everybody, welcome to Patriots Happy Place. Today I thought, since the house was a little bit quiet, Mr. Happy has gone down to visit some family members in Florida, and he's decided to take some time for himself. So I thought I'll take the opportunity to come and chat with all of you. So, this is going to be a podcast, and I don't know how long it's going to run. Depends on how much I talk, I guess, because I really like to talk, and I haven't used up all my words for the day. So let me start with Happy Mail, okay? I don't know, it just seems kind of odd. I'm not trying to single anybody out or, anything like that, but I got a package in the mail today that was, I kind of knew it was coming, but kind of not, if you know what I mean. I don't know. Maybe I didn't expect this much, okay? But let me see if I can point you. Take a look. Let's see. I don't want to show the address, but I do want to show you where it's from. Wait a minute. I got to... Can you see where it's from? Can you see where it's from? It came a long, long way for me. Okay, so I already opened it up because you already know I don't do surprises. In fact, it's kind of weird because not only do I not do surprises, but if I get something, even though I know some of you might really like to know what it is, I just put it away, and I don't even think to leave it out so I can show y'all. So it came with the cutest card, Happy New Year, and it just says, okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing. It just says, wishing you and those you love peace, health, and happiness. And it's very sweet, and it's from my dear friend Segal in Israel. And don't want to lose that one. Look at what she sent me. It's not in the original packaging, and I don't care. Do y'all know what that is? It's Knit Crate, that Vitalana that I love and that I had to get more of. And I made a hat and cowl, and I love this so much. And you know what? I already have in mind a project to do with this. I'm either going to do the One Ball Shawl by Marley Bird. JoJo from Joe's Web, she turned me on to it, and I love it. I love, love, love it. But I do have enough here to make like a capelet, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do that capelet. And I found something, now I can't remember where I found it from, but it's like high in the front and then low in the back. And I love that idea because then you can move your arms and you're not inhibited. So I might make that, but and I can't even put it on my face because I got makeup on. But I am loving this yarn. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Segal. I don't even know how to thank you for this. This is just amazing. And that's not all. She has tea here. It's all in, wait a minute, this is upside down. Is it upside down? Here we go. I think that's Hebrew or Arabic, or I don't even know what kind of writing that is. But it's peach flavored tea and passion fruit and mango. Oh my goodness. And it's kosher. That's all I can read. Then I got this is Wysotsky. And it's the same W, see? So I have a feeling it's from the same company. But this is red tea. Oh, and look, the back is in all that same language. So it's Rooibos Herb Infusion. Oh, I'm just loving. The smells are so good. And wait, there's more. Look at this. Okay, I'm going to have to, well, no, I don't want to take it out of the package. Wait a minute. I'm trying to see how I can, there, look at that. Well, no, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to take it out of the package. It's a stitch marker, y'all. It's a stitch marker. And it's the cutest little flip-flop. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Oh, it's, okay, that's about as good as it's going to get. Isn't that adorable? A flip-flop stitch marker, y'all. A flip. I love it. I just love it. All the little glamour. Oh, it's a glamour shot. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love everything. Thank you so much. So, yeah, I wish I could give you a big hug. Big hugs from me, honey. I love you. So, acquisitions. Oh, by the way, I did get a Christmas card, and I have already put all my Christmas stuff away. And I did tell her on one of her comments in one of her videos that I got it from her. But Vero, from Vero's Crochet and Gifts, I got a card and a beautiful little stitch marker from her for Christmas, and it had been sitting and things got piled up on top of it, and I just kept forgetting to get on and open it, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I didn't do that, but thank you so much, Vera. I really appreciate that. Okay, so acquisitions. I had some money. I think I told you all about that, and I think I had like a little bit of a not a poll on Facebook to decide for me what I should be getting. Now, after I got it all, I'm thinking, okay, maybe it was a mistake. But you know what? Even if it was, whatever. I'm still going to do it. But I'm definitely going to have to make sure my nails, so whenever I start doing tutorials, I'm a nail picker. Is that bad? I know that's bad. My nails are in really bad shape. I mean, they look good from afar, but they don't look really good up close. So I got equipment to finally do those tutorials. So here's the first thing. It's basically a boom, and I can put it on, well, it's a microphone stand, whatever you want to call it, but you can clip it. You clip it to a shelf or a table, anything that has, a place to clip it onto that's stable. And you can adjust the arm. I don't know if you can see, but you can adjust the arm the way you need to. And it's got a spring right here, so I can put my camera on it. But I can't just put it on there. I had to get other parts and pieces. So hopefully I can figure out how to use these darn things, put it together. I found them on a video on YouTube. So I'll have to probably go back and rewatch the video because she really showed exactly how to use it. So there's a piece here that I have to use to connect it, and then I have to use this somehow. Then it goes on here somehow. I'll figure it out. But yeah, that's that. So I bought the equipment so I can start doing tutorials. Okay, then I got a package of 100 buttons that say handmade with love. Aren't they cute? They're all the same size and they all say the same thing, but I'm thinking maybe I can somehow take a black fine tip Sharpie and maybe on the back of it or even on the front put my initials or something. I don't know. But I've been wanting to get some of these, like especially for hats. I just don't want something so big, and I don't know. I thought maybe that would be a good idea. And then I got some of my pom-pom makers. I got the small ones, and I made one, and it was way too small for what I wanted. So now I can make that big one, and I got to do it tonight because I got to finish up something, which I'm going to show you next. So these are all my whips and FOs. Some of them are kind of like borderline. They're like whips that are kind of like finished some way. Okay, so this is a hat that I did. Now this was a commission. So this I made for my coworker for her to give to our boss. And that's what I got to make the pom-pom for. He said he wanted a pom-pom. This is the colors of University of Kentucky, which is his favorite sports team. And he said, we gave him the option. He said he wanted a pom-pom, so we're going to make him a white pom-pom to go on top. So you see, I mean, it is done. I just technically still need to make a pom-pom for it. Okay. So then this one is next. I was making this hat, and I am just in love with this stitch. And I mean, this is from that, oh gosh, what was that called? That polyester yarn. I can't remember the name of it. Caron Kindness. And I'm not done with it. It's still got a big old hole. All I have to do is gather it together here at the top. And here's the long end that I still have. You know, I still need to gather it. And then I'm going to sew a button in the inside and get one of those fur pom-poms and put it on top. So that's that one completed. And if you want to know the colors of that one, it's in a previous video. So, okay. Then the next one I did is another one of these hats, but I still use the same stitch, but I added this little puff stitch here, and I love it. It's so cute. And that one also is done, but I want to put a pom-pom on it. Then this one is done, and I haven't decided yet if I want to put a pom-pom on it or not. Not. Okay. Again, it's the same stitch. Did I use the same stitch? Yeah, I used the same stitch, and then I still put this puff stitch around it. I just love this pattern. I just come up with that on my own. Okay, the next ones are definitely whips. Okay, I've only gotten this far on the Ardith, and this isn't even the second part. I haven't even finished the second part. I love it, but my problem is that when I sit down and watch TV, I need to watch the video to learn how to do this, and because I'm finding that the written pattern for this is not always the best. It's not always the most clear, most understandable. So anyway, I need to work on this some more. But I think it's coming along quite nicely. Then I'm working on, if you all are familiar with the Facebook group and Zoom, I am working on this, where is it? This gingham blanket. It's a little, got it doubled up here, but you get the idea. My gingham blanket. And we're just working on it together in Zoom and just on our own. And listen, if you still want to get on this, there is no rush. There's no timetable. This is just something that you can do for fun, maybe to challenge yourself to learn a new technique, a new stitch, whatever it is. I just wanted to do this just for fun. It's something I wanted to do. And when I shared that I had wanted to learn how to do the gingham blanket, there were a couple others that said, hey, I want to learn. Let's do it all together. I said, yeah, hop on this happy train. Let's get going. Let's get smacking with this. So then the next thing I've got going is this, oops, this is a shawl. Oh, speaking of which, this green one here, I think I've decided not to put, I just now realized I'm not going to put a pom-pom on this one because it is actually going to be for someone going through chemo. And I just think that would look kind of, I don't know, ostentatious, is that a good word? I don't know. But I just think it looks simple, okay? Because I'm going to give the same person, the same lady, I'm going to give her this shawl. And I use the Red Heart Ombre, excuse me, got some fuzz. I don't know where it came from. So I used the ombre. I ran out of the ombre, so now I'm doing this next section in white. When I finish this section, okay, technically I didn't have to go and get another skein of yarn because I did technically have this color, but in my defense, the skein that I was going to use for this, I had already set aside for my Ardith because it's the same green, the same light green. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of like, whoops, it's the light green that's in here. And so technically I had it on here, and oopsies, I'm just looking in my drawer, and my scrap drawer, and I'm seeing it. So I do have more, but shh. So anyway, it was for that, and so I went and I got, and it wasn't expensive, but I went ahead and got a Red Heart Minty, Super Saver Minty, and it's soft. It's softer. I think it is much softer to me than this Red Heart Ombre. So yeah, so I'm going to finish this with white. Okay, this particular section, it's the rib stitch. Let me fold it so you can see the different sections here. I started off with the granny, then I went to this front post, back post double crochet. Then I went to this rib stitch, that's the back loop only. Then I did the, and I did 5 rows of each. And then I did this granny, and then I did 3 rows of the front post, back post. And now I'm doing the white in that back loop only double crochet to make it look ribbed. And then the last set of the grannies I'm going to do in this mint, and then instead of finishing off, I'm just going to make a border, a really simple border all the way around it. And I might do, I don't know, some kind of a simple shell around the end. Now it's not going to be this color, it'll be this color, but I'm thinking maybe like a little shell. But around the neck, which is right here, I'm just going to do a simple, like a single crochet. You know, I'm not going to do anything fancy around there. So anyway. So those are my whips and my kind of finished objects. So that's what all I wanted to show you. So let's talk about this weather, shall we? It seems like every single time I go into a Zoom, every time I watch a live, watching any podcast, anything, everybody is sick. And I look around and I'm going, it can't be helped. It's this weather. Gets cold, gets hot. Gets cold, gets hot. I mean, there is no in between, or then it stays in between for too long, and then things start to grow, pollinate, and then it starts raining, and it spreads everything. Mr. Happy went to Florida. He said usually, the last couple times he's gone to Florida in January, it's been cooler, like in the 60s. He's down there and it's like 85 degrees. He wasn't prepared for that. He wasn't prepared for that. It was 60s in Kentucky. There's rain, and then we'll have a cold spell for like 3 or 4 days, and it'll be like below, like 20 degrees, and then it'll go back up to 70 the next week. What is up with that? I think it would really be good to be a meteorologist. Because, you get paid whether you're right or wrong. You could be right half the time, and you still get paid. You still have a job. This weather is just nuts. And speaking of which, I wanted to talk about this real quick. If you haven't seen videos, if you haven't seen footage or anything of what's going on in Australia, my heart goes out to them, as it does for all of us, I'm sure. There are several organizations that are taking donations. A general one, Red Cross, okay? Just that's a general one. But, there's organizations even within the fiber arts community that are taking donations for sending over there to help out with the wildlife that has been displaced. And it's just, oh, wow, we can't even imagine. Like Sandy was saying, billions of wildlife, billions, not millions, billions of wildlife have been displaced because of all the carnage that has been done to the forestry, that beautiful, beautiful land. Anyway, all right, I'm off my soapbox. So if you want to help out, there's plenty of places to help out. Let's see, Zoom. Let me chat about Zoom for a minute. So I usually do my lives on Sunday nights, Sunday afternoon at 4. And these Zooms have been going really well, and people seem to like them because you can actually communicate one-on-one, face-to-face with each other. So I have been doing more Zooms. Well, I had started last weekend, and so I'll be in one tonight. I'm not actually going to be hosting it, but excuse me. So I will be posting not on not on YouTube, not in here, but on my Facebook group page when I'll be doing lives. So if you haven't yet popped over there, the page is Petra's Happy Place, Petra''S Happy Place. And if you go to my Facebook group page, I will accept you. You just ask. I have it set up just to keep out unwanted, because sometimes people come in there, they're not all the nicest. But just ask to be added. I will add you, and you can scroll through and find out when the Zooms are. Okay? And let's see here. I am trying, and I didn't get to it. I should have been more disciplined about it, but I am trying to watch more YouTubers, new YouTubers, and I've been wanting to write them down as I watch them, and unfortunately I don't always have my notebook out. That's on me. But when I do start watching, I'm going to start making a list of new YouTubers that I'm watching, I'm going to support, and I will then share them with you. And this is a challenge to myself, but one of the things that I wanted to do is I wanted to find 20 new to me YouTubers. Now, I know some of them are like big in the community, but I just recently heard about them. So I'm going to start watching some of these. So I'm going to let you know who they are and what I think of them. And I usually have good things to say about most everybody. Some, well, no, I'm just teasing. They're all great. I love them all. And then that is one of my goals, which leads me to my next one. My next topic is that I wanted to talk about my goals. I had talked to you all one time about some of my goals that I wanted to do. And I don't know if I've listed them or not. However, I am really wanting to buckle down this weekend and chart them. I want to see how far I've come, because I know that I have completed some of the goals that I had set for myself for this month. And I mean, it's not even halfway over, and I've gotten a lot of them already finished. And then I want to start working on breaking down my goals and seeing what I could work on when, and so on and so forth. So that is going to be fun. I love doing stuff like that, but I need to have the space here and the space here, to work with it. And since Mr. Happy's not here, and Mr. Happy's son is quiet in his room, and he gives me my privacy. So that makes it very, very nice. So I have all the time that I need to do my filming, do my planning, do my journaling, doing my crocheting, watching all the YouTubes. I think somebody says that. I can't remember who says that. YouTube videos and podcast and all that good stuff. Okay, see, this is running really long. It's already 29 minutes, oh my word. So I am quite a talker today, and I am sorry I went on and on and on. I hope you watch this to the very end, just to let you know that I love you. I love you so much, and I don't say that frivolously. I honestly care about each and every one of you. Whether you've been with me for a day, 2 days, a week, ever since I started back in August, it doesn't make any difference. I love each of you, and you mean so much to me, and your support of me, I cannot tell you how much that means to me. So I don't want to start crying, so I'm going to go ahead and pop off. Thank you again, Segal. Thank you for my wonderful gift. And thank you, Vero, for that Christmas card and that stitch marker. They were very beautiful, and I appreciate it. thank you all so much, and I hope to read. Now, remember, I read all my comments. So if you want to comment on this channel, just tell me something fun. Tell me something that you like, maybe a goal. I don't know. Just tell me something, and I will respond. Okay? So you all have a great one, and keep the smile on your face. Remember, happy, happy, happy. I'm not trying to quote Duck Dynasty, but that is their thing. Happy, happy, happy. So, love you all. Bye-bye.